It was early spring when he walked into the jewelry shop, his hands tucked into his pockets, his eyes scanning the cases with shimmering treasures. But he wasn't looking for something already made. He was looking for something special, something one of a kind. He approached the jeweler's bench, his voice steady but filled with warmth. "I want to create a pendant for my wife," he said, "for Mother's Day." The jeweler nodded, pulling out his sketchbook. "Tell me about her." He smiled. "She's incredible. She's the kind of mom who knows exactly how to make our kids laugh, who never forgets a lunchbox note, who makes even the smallest moments feel like magic. I want something that represents that represents her." He was very specific about every detail, down to the gemstones. Peridot for their youngest, bright and full of life. Pink tourmaline for their middle child, strong, sweet, and always the heart of their home. And Alexandrite for their firstborn, the rarest and most expensive, just like the love she's poured into their family. Most people would have chosen a lab-grown Alexandrite or even an imitation, but not him. "She deserves the real thing," he said without hesitation. "She gives her whole heart to the family. I want this to be just as real as she is." The jeweler set to work, carefully crafting the pendant. Each seat had to be cut precisely. These weren't diamonds with their unbreakable hardness. These were much softer and more delicate, much like the moments of motherhood itself. If too much pressure was applied, they could fracture. So every prong was tightened by hand with patience and care. As the final piece came together, the jeweler couldn't help but step back and admire it. 3 stones, each unique, nestled together in perfect harmony. A symbol of love, of time, of the quiet strength of a mother. When the husband returned to pick it up, his eyes softened as he held it in his hands. "It's perfect," he whispered. And when he placed it around his wife's neck on Mother's Day, she ran her fingers over each gemstone, her eyes glistening with tears. "You remembered," she said softly, looking at him, then at their children. He smiled. "Of course I did. Because love, true love, is in the details." And this pendant wasn't just about jewelry, it was about a story, their story. And it would rest close to her heart, just like they always had.